Welcome back to Tech Intel Pros interview series. We have Suliman with us from Sitecore. Thank you so much for making time
Thank you
for
for
this
having me.
interview. We love the booth, how beautifully you guys have
Thank
done
you.
the booth. It is always a pleasure to speak to minds who have spent considerable time, with an organization. And
Absolutely.
as I see, with your background, you have led across pre-sales, sales, marketing, and partner ecosystem. Quite the 360 view.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, how does the amazing blend influence your leadership at Sitecore today?
So I've had a privilege also of being a chief of staff for 7 years, both at a $30 billion business and at Sitecore, at a time where Sitecore was going through an evolution. We invested about $1.2 billion, acquired four technologies and integrated them in the span of a year. An incredible experience, but it really shaped and formed sort of my leadership style, learning from not only the leader that I worked with, but also the leadership team under him. Many brilliant minds today are leading across the industry. Many of the leaders at some of the technology vendors you see here today came and originated from my first employer. So it's been quite an experience. Been in some interesting rooms, some interesting conversations from heads of state to CTOs and CXOs of various multi-billion-dollar businesses. So quite an experience.
So you've been meeting these tech guys, those who lead the pack. What exactly entertains, or what exactly keeps you going on it?
I think one of the biggest things that motivates myself and our team is solving big complex problems for our customers. It's been the way we've been quite an experienced player in the region for over 13 years, but we really try to approach our customers with solving business challenges and problems that touch their top line and bottom line, and we bring that conversation, the value we bring to our customers to address various challenges, whether it's in experience or in even inventory management. Who would know that customer experience matters when it comes to ensuring that your inventory is flowing and you have a healthy inventory turnover?
I see you lead Sitecore across the Middle East and Africa, a landscape witnessing a digital resonance.
So
What do you find most exciting about driving this transformation firsthand?
that's a brilliant question. I think one of the things that sticks out the most is ambition, boundaryless ambition. As high as the ceiling can be put is where it's always put, and we're very fortunate to be working in a region where the leadership of the nations we serve are even more ambitious than the leaders that serve them. And that sets the standard for us and all of the organizations here at GITEX and across the region to continue aiming high. We're firm believers that we'd love to aim for the star. If there's a 1% chance to hit the star, we believe that it's going to be us, but there's a 99% chance we're going to land in the clouds. And that's always kind of shaped our philosophy. No challenge is too big. No business problem is too small for us to address. We're very humble in our approach, but we really follow the guidance of the leadership, the vision. We try to ask ourselves, where do these nations want to be in 5 years, in 10 years, in 50 years, and in 100 years? Because that is the mode of thinking here in the region. We have some incredibly complex use cases where we're adding incremental revenue on top of existing revenue to the tunes of hundreds of millions for some of our customers here in the region.
Wow.
We're also helping some of our customers reduce the spend on inefficient content or content that is never seen by the tune of 30% every year. So we have some incredible use cases. We're helping customers tackle some of the biggest challenges, and we're really looking at it by finding the problem statement, identifying what great looks like, and shaping the vision and setting them on a track that is future-proof as well, because Sitecore is a technology vendor that caters to all digital channels, but we always set ourselves for whatever is going to be the next digital channel. For me personally, I believe that's going to be augmented reality glasses. The biggest players in the space forecast 11 million units to be sold in 2026 alone. We're seeing wearables become a huge part of human technology advancement, and we think and believe that content will have a new frontier in augmented reality. I'm a big believer of the convergence of technology. When you take augmented reality, you bring the metaverse, you bring blockchain, you bring content experiences, and you bring them into a world that becomes the phygital world, stepping into a metaverse when you put on your glasses that caters only to you, with content only to you. That's what we want to be ready for. That's what we're innovating with our customers to be ready for. And our customers are buying in. Wherever we go and we set a big challenge, we tackle it together. We're able to meet it, and we create incredible reference stories across banking, across travel and tourism, airlines, across government sector, public sector. So absolutely, we're very fortunate to be in this region.
Great. When you talk about your customers looking into the future, how easy or how do you make it look seamless when whether they have to agree or not agree for a solution that you're selling, envisioning 2026?
Absolutely. A lot of times we really try to set the standard on and the thinking that in the technology and digital transformation space, it is a never-ended evolution. I think this is something that all leaders recognize, that technology will continue to evolve. It continues to evolve at a faster and faster pace. Therefore, the technology evolution and digital transformation will never end. To that extent, we also look at MarTech and the marketing stack, which is the space that we play in, as the final frontier of digital transformation. ERP, CRM, and so on has already transformed. And they finally come to their digital channels that engage their end customers. Now we're positioning, let the experience set the standard for everything below the MarTech stack, the
Okay.
digital experience platform. And what we're telling our customers is, if you want the SLA of a service to be 5 minutes, then start with the experience layer and build downwards to ensure that your CRM fits that SLA, your ERP and other systems cater to that SLA, your loyalty systems are all set up in a way. And really, we're starting with experience now, not ending with experience, because evolution is a cycle.
Yes.
And we're now at the top of the pyramid where we sit, and we're setting the standard for technologies that are beneath us.
So if I have to summarize, it is all about user experience.
It's all about setting the user experience first. What is the experience you want to deliver? What do you want this technology stack to work together to deliver that end experience? And then we work downwards from there. We set Sitecore digital experience platforms at the frontier, the front end, the engagement with customers, and then they look at other technologies within their tech architecture to fit that standard that they're meeting. This is a strategy that's been used by the government of Abu Dhabi in their digital government services application. They set the standard, they set the SLA, and every year they bring it down. In the past, it would take 3 weeks to renew your UAE passport. Today,
Yes.
it takes 5 minutes.
Wow.
You could go to a Dubai International Airport, Abu Dhabi International Airport, or renew it on a system in 5 minutes. And this is a setting of a standard.
Yes.
Once you set that standard, the architecture below needs to meet that standard, not the other way around.
Correct. So, with brands demanding measurable ROI from every digital dollar, how does Sitecore solution consistently deliver on both creativity and commercial impact?
So when we look at the value that we bring, we think about how much customers are spending on content and marketing content every year. If you do a back of a tissue calculation, you would come out to a number between B2B and B2C,
Yes.
a benchmark of about 1% of revenue. For companies in telco, for example, that are in the tens of billions, they're spending $100 million every single year to generate new content that attracts people to their products. But of that content, the best in class deliver 20% engagement, and the bottom of the deliver about 6% engagement. We're helping our customers improve that engagement level by 1% at a time, and we see it reciprocating directly into their e-commerce business. So for a retailer, for example, the more they improve their content engagements, the higher level of e-commerce sales happens on their digital channels, which is high profit sales. And we're really seeing that reciprocation directly. When it comes to content generation spend every year, we're reducing it for customers to the tune of 30%. And they're able to take that 30% and reinvesting and re-innovating, becoming creative, and really helping our customers make marketing fun again.
Okay, so it is about retweaking how they were using the content to best of their abilities to make sure that they kind of use it to a purpose rather than just flouting out content there.
Exactly, and Sitecore provides them with the technologies that where they can host all of their content, which they spend on every single year. This is used by the likes of Nestle to manage the brand and content of 3,000 brands
Yes.
in one space called Content Hub, Sitecore Content Hub. We add a Sitecore AI product called Stream, which becomes your brand police, it becomes your workflow management, and it becomes your campaign management. So we're seeing reductions of campaigns from idea to launch, both physical and digital, from 3 to 4 months to 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Those reductions are significant. So when you need to get a promotion out to the market very fast and you need to move products very fast, campaigns are where they land. We're also putting an AI agent story between our digital asset management solution, where all the media sits, and our CMS, which is pushing to the different channels. That agent is able to pull content, personalize it to the person that will consume it, and push it across the different channels, and also understand things like the difference between Argentinian Spanish and Spanish spoken in Spain, or the Arabic dialect in Egypt versus the Arabic dialect in Kuwait. And those small tweaks matter, and they leave a sentiment. Our goal for our customers is to create repeat visitors to their digital channels and to ensure that the online and offline experience are very seamless.
Nice. So, GITEX Global 2025 brings together the most powerful tech narratives of our time. How is Sitecore using this grand stage to demonstrate its future vision for AI-powered digital experience?
So in terms of AI stories, our stories are proliferating and our agents are proliferating more. We're helping creating efficiencies in that content lifecycle. We're able to bring about experiences and content experiences that are on the money or on the dot, that meet the people where they are. And we look at it from a philosophy of not creating user experience journeys that make it easy to find content, but creating a technology architecture with agents that help take the content to the right person. Instead of humans finding the content, we want the content to find the right human.
Nice. So it's the other way around.
Exactly.
All right. A partnership clearly play a vital role in your growth engine. So I would like to understand, what do you look for in a partner ecosystem that truly amplifies Sitecore's value in the region?
That's an excellent question. It's a question that we always relay to our current partners. Our customers are after outcomes, and these outcomes are business outcomes, top line and bottom line growth. And we typically tell our customers that with a .NET technology like Sitecore, anyone can connect the dots, anyone can connect the systems, and anyone can make it work. However, can anyone achieve the outcome is where we're selective with our partners. We pick partners that don't just set up a gym for you in the house, but understand that when you want a gym in the house, you want to be healthy, you want to improve your sleep, you want to run the marathon, you want to achieve an outcome. And so we're very selective with our partnerships on partners that don't just have a keyboard and are able to code, but are able to deliver change management, process orchestration, and real business value that is monetized both on the top line and in the bottom line.
Okay. Purpose behind the implementation.
Absolutely.
Right. So we'll end up with the last question here. Finally, if you could leave our audience with a single takeaway without marrying technology and AI, what human-centric experiences could we see in the future?
I think the future is going to hold the combination and convergence of all these innovations. Over the last 5 years, we've seen so many different trends, and I spoke about it in one of your earlier questions, but there is blockchain, there is tokenization of everything, there is the metaverse, there's now generative AI, there's the next frontier will be augmented reality glasses, where anyone's normal glasses can become a technology frontier. Do I predict that screens will disappear? Who knows? Maybe in 5 to 10 years, we won't need our phone, we won't need a TV screen, because you can walk in and bring the digital world to you. And we want to be ready for this world. So we're big believers in the convergence of innovation. Just like the iPhone, the camera, the email, the radio, music, everything converged into a small device.
Yes.
The next convergence could be somewhere else, and our technology is built in a way to be ready to push content anywhere and everywhere. The biggest key takeaway that I take away from GITEX is, with all the technology and agents that are supposedly or allegedly replacing human beings, it's really not about replacing human beings, but about training and teaching human beings to ask the right question, to get the right output. But you see here in GITEX, thousands of people, hundreds of conversations. Humans are still craving human interactions.
Yes.
They want to be there. And that's what we see and take away, that behind every great technology are a great set of human beings.
Noted. With that note, I have got a great takeaway. People are craving for human interaction.
Absolutely.
It was lovely talking to you, Suliman.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your
Pleasure.
time.
Thank you.
And thank you for making time to come
Thank
on
you for
Tech
being
Inter Pro
with us
and
today.
help us with your views. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Pleasure.